Mango Bubbles Boy.
Hi.
And Banana Girl.
Hi.
Hello. We're here today to talk about Mango Bubbles Boy.
Yeah.
So if we can start with you, Mango Bubbles Boy, could you tell us a bit about Mango Bubbles Books?
It is a book review website that I set up, and it's for kids to post up their reviews. So it's only under 18s.
And you're one of those reviewers, aren't
Yes,
you?
yeah, I am.
And it's meant for like anyone who wants a book recommendation.
And when did it all begin?
In 2014.
So
It's just before my 9th birthday.
just before your 9th
So I was
birthday. So
8.
that's quite young to be coming up with your very own website.
Yeah.
So what on earth gave you the idea?
Well, I wanted to set up a gaming website with some of my friends from school. But I asked my uncle and he said that would be really hard and expensive, so we kind of gave up. I still wanted to make a website, so I was like, I'll make a book review website.
Good idea.
So I asked my mum and she agreed to make a simple WordPress website, as long as I kept writing the reviews. And 4 years later, it's still
There
going.
you go. And it's not just going, it's going from strength to strength.
Yeah.
And what about you, Banana Girl? How did you get involved?
Well, I think while we were on holiday in France, I think, and my mum just came along and she was like, your friend's making this book review website, it's going to be Mango Bubbles Books, and they're wondering if you would like to write a review. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I just wrote a review, and then my mum was like, I think maybe we should do another review, just to keep it going and stuff like that. And now here we are, so yeah.
60 reviews later, I understand.
Yeah.
And Mango Bubbles, I have to ask, how did you come up with the name of the site?
Well, my favourite book is called You're a Bad Man, Mr. Gunn, and there's a character called Friday O'Leary. When the main character Polly first met Friday, he was like, oh, people call me Mungo Bubbles. Mangoes are my favourite fruit, so I call it Mango Bubbles.
Because it's very catchy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
But speaking of interesting fruit-related names, Banana Girl, where does that all fit in?
Every evening before I went to bed, my dad would make me like a banana smoothie, and I loved them so much, and it just like became my nickname. And when everyone was doing this website, I was sort of like, I need a special name. I'll be Banana Girl because I like bananas. Banana smoothies are awesome.
I think it's a
Why
good
not?
choice.
Good
And it does
choice.
sound, it's got a vague superhero feel to it, maybe a bit like Banana, but I think so. I think
Banana Girl, you fight bananas.
So were you the very first reviewer on the Mango Bubbles site? Is this?
I was.
You were the first.
Yeah.
So what was your first review? Was it Mr. Gum?
Yeah, it was You're a Bad Man, Mr. Gunn.
Of the
You were
first
like
ones.
the third one, I think.
Excellent. So you got involved pretty early days still.
Yeah.
And do you remember your first review?
Yeah, I do. It was of Warrior Cats. I think it was third series. It was called The Power of 3 Eclipse.
Yeah. So what's the most recent review that you've written?
I don't think it's. Well, the time this video was made, it hasn't gone up yet. It's called The Review of the Painted Dragon by Catherine Woodfine.
Yeah, I've done
How many
like
have you done?
around 140 or something.
That makes my amount look measly and sad.
Like both of us together, we've done
I'm
about half of the
highly
reviews on the
impressed.
whole website.
Yeah.
And
And how
450.
450.
About 450 altogether.
Gosh, all those reviews, all those authors. So is it just written reviews you accept for the website?
No, Banana Girl's done loads of drawings.
Have you? Could
Yeah.
you tell us a bit about some of those?
I think it was my 10th review. I did my first drawing.
You even got other people involved, didn't you, with the drawings?
Yeah, so there's this thing we had a few years ago, this website, and you had to like log in how much you'd been reading, and you would get points. And once you had the points, you could then buy things. One of the things you could buy was teach a lesson, and in that lesson I decided to get my classmates to draw a picture of a book they wanted to do, and then we sent it to Mango Bubbles. And some of them are really good as well.
Yeah, fantastic idea. And do you still accept drawings from the site?
Yeah, I'm shocking at drawings, so I don't do any drawings. But I did do a video review once. It wasn't very good, it was very cringy. Biggles of the Fighter Squadron,
thingy.
and it's up there.
That's a great idea. So written reviews are fine, drawings are fine, stop motion animation.
Yeah, you can do pretty much anything.
So has anyone
Yeah.
ever commented on what they've thought about your drawings?
Yeah, some people have. I think Griselda Heppel really liked my drawings, which was nice, and I think Jane Hardstaff also commented on my drawings as well.
Fantastic.
And I think, yeah.
And you did a time lapse of drawing frogs, which is
It wasn't particularly like, it wasn't like one of my most exciting ones. It's literally a bowl of popcorn.
oh,
And
Popcorn.
I love popcorn.
You were in the Daily Telegraph.
I was.
What was
yes.
that all about? Can you tell us a bit about
Well, I think me and my mum were at a book launch for Been There May Be a Castle by Piers Torning, and there was a journalist there called Harry Wallop, and he had heard of me, I think, and Mum started chatting to him, and then he emailed us like a month later or something saying, "Hi, I want to interview you at the Telegraph." So then we met in a nice bookshop. We sat in the kids section, and
The rest is history.
yeah.
I also saw a picture of you with Andy Stanton.
Oh yeah, that was really.
Was
Oh,
that
wait.
for the same thing, or was that?
No, that was the Guardian Children's Book Festival. It's the pictures here.
Wonder. So many exciting things. So, did you imagine when you started Mango Bubbles Books back in the day that it would grow?
I didn't even think it would be going on
No.
4 years later.
And I have to ask, just before we finish the interview, probably a tricky question for you both, but what is your favourite book?
I think I've already answered it.
Yeah,
It's,
I
it's
think
still
you-
your
I
bad
was-
man
yeah.
Mr. Gunn.
Oh,
But
that's
apart from
wonderful.
that,
So the one that started you off right back in the beginning still remains up there as
Yeah.
your
but apart from that, I finished last night Spoonful of Murder by Robin Stephens, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I literally finished that last night.
That's on
It was
my,
really
that's
good.
on my to read list.
It's really good.
Yeah. I don't have a favourite book. I'm really indecisive about these kind of things, you know, favourite reviews or things,
As am I.
favourite authors. I don't have a single favourite. I don't have a favourite food. I don't have a favourite colour.
So very difficult to pick.
Yeah.
And I understand you're looking for more reviewers to be involved with. Mango
Yeah,
Bubbles.
so if you're under 18 and want to send in a review, you can just go to the send a review page, which will be shown up here on the mangobubblesbooks.com website.
Fantastic, and who knows where it may all lead. As we've seen from Mango Bubbles
Future is
Boy.
mystical.
Yeah.
Ooh.